I want to give it up to the Peanut Gallery for joining us tonight, too. I used to think that society wasn't made for me. It was too late for me, but it wasn't. Nah, nah. I used to think that it was all for joy and happiness, and it works like this, but it doesn't. Nah, nah. But the pieces and parts can go together like works of art, with your ways and mine, blending all the colors, and it works out fine, 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 fine. I used to think that this place was hopeless, helpless in hell, but it wasn't. Nah, nah. Oh, I wish everything was obvious and it made sense to us, but it doesn't. Nah, 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 nah. But the pieces and parts, they click and go together like works of art, with your ways and mine, blending all the colors, and it works out fine, 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 yeah, fine, 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 yeah, and it works out like the clouds in the rain. It just works out. I'll take the pleasure, but I hate the pain. It just works out like a struggle for peace, and it works out like the sunlight in the trees, with the pieces and parts, they click and go together like works of art, with your ways and mine, we're blending all the colors, and it works out fine, 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 yeah, fine, 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 yeah, and it works out, oh, and it works out, oh, and it works out fine, yeah, and it works out, oh, and it works out, oh, and it works out fine, yeah, fine. Thank y'all. Well, it's been an absolute joy. Thanks a lot for joining us. Appreciate that. We got time for a couple more songs. This was an old one that Darren and I played in the late 90s. That was only a couple years ago. We got our 5-year reunion coming up, don't we? High school. Yeah, like about 5. You're part of an institution, lead the way in a revolution. We're a wig and a permanent smile. You're part of a celebration, make the plan or the cancellation. Quick decisions, let's change our minds. Oh, I'm on a mission, responsible to say your goodbye. Till I'm finding anything's possible, closing your eyes. Be a father of no relation, or be a symbol for procreation. Strike a match and it's sure to be fire. Ow, feel that, y'all. Be a part of your situation and blame yourself for your frustration. Dig a hole till you lose your desire. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But there's people out there, and it's people we are. We're just faces from different places, drinking juice from mason jars. I'm on a mission, responsible. Say your goodbye. Well, I'm finding anything's possible. Closing your eyes, closing your eyes. Yeah, closing your eyes. Yeah, yeah. I remember writing this in Philadelphia. If you're out there listening, sitting in my room by myself, alone at home, sitting outside and listening. And I wanted nothing more than to go down the bar and be heard. And I quit on the writing this song, and I don't know the words somewhere. But for every word at the end of it, and every phrase, sitting in the room and playing rhythms for days. And I needed a percussionist with me, so I had to play the rhythm with my right hand, see, and knock on the guitar like this. Now I'm here with two more and it's bliss. And I have my hands so free when I got more people play with me. And I just get the strum, just play dumb, just go along, do what I want. Oh, when I had a little vision of what to do, I looked at the mirror and I said, that ain't you. Being bound by chains, and I know that the money's not the ultimate game, and the spiritual feeling inside, and I know that I would die if I didn't try. And I know in and now that's the only reason why I get so high. I'm on a mission, responsible. Say your goodbye. Oh, I'm finding anything's possible. Closing your eyes, closing your eyes. Here it is like 14 years later, and things are kind of the same. Oh, and run around this world so many times, played along at the musical game with the little industry in NYC. They tried to make a little pop star out of me, but now I'm just living wild and free, living wild and free. But some days as I'm going down the road, I just wanna quit. I get fed up with this shit. I see my bank account on empty, and I wonder whether I'm doing the same. That means that I wanted to have it all, and now I just like to sing for y'all. Even though you're not with me now, I feel that you feel me somehow. Well, I'm on a mission, responsible. Say your goodbye. Yeah, I'm finding anything's possible. Closing your eyes. Thanks, y'all. We'll give some extra love to Darren and Nick for joining me today. Thanks again to Pinstripe and Magical Ron Royster for coming all the way from North Carolina. And thanks especially to all you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the gas money. I'll come see you soon. Pull the hair back from your eyes, let the people see your pretty face, but try not to say anything weird. Save your questions without answers till you're old enough to know that things ain't as they appear. No, no, no. But before you go out in the sun, cover your skin and don't get burned. Beware the cancer, it could kill you when you're old. I hate that theory. Be first in line, raise your hand, remember everything you hear. But playing in the rain is worth catching cold. But sooner or later, we'll be looking back on everything. Yeah. We'll laugh about it like we knew what all was happening. Yeah. Someday you might listen to what people have to say. Now you learn the hard way. We only want what's best for you. That's why they tell you what to do. But never mind if nothing makes sense. Well, it all works out in the end. You could be like us without a friend, but you can build a privacy fence. Yeah, and sooner or later we'll be looking back on everything. Yeah, we'll laugh about it like we knew what all was happening. Yeah. Someday you might listen to what people have to say, but now you learn the hard way. Yeah, now you learn the hard way. That's okay, y'all. People see your pretty face. You know they like it when you smile. Here's a beauty tip, smile. Well, try not to focus on yourself. Share some love with someone else. Don't let the bitters bring you down. No, 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 no. Don't let anything bring you down. Sooner or later we'll be looking back on everything. Yeah, about it like we knew what all was happening. Yeah. Someday you might listen to what people have to say. Now you learn the hard way. Someday you might listen. Someday you might listen. Someday you might listen. Someday you might listen to what people have to say. Someday you might listen to what people have to say, but now you learn the hard way. Yeah, now you learn the hard way. So somewhere around 1998, I remember getting very frustrated with the world, and I wanted it all to change. I was hoping there would be a big disaster that would wipe out all the craziness and all the greed and selfishness that was happening, or maybe a miracle. And on a road trip one time I realized that that's not really going to happen, and that I would have to change my perspective of the world if I was going to be happy. And I wrote this song about that. It's called Miracle. How long had you gone before you realized your maps were wrong? Turning up in places where you don't belong. The walls have something to hide. Well, I could be way over there in a minute if I had enough strength to bear. I'm still grinning. If the measure of the match was fair, then you'd win it, but you're bound to lose. Well, it doesn't take a miracle or a natural disaster to live in the world that you're after. The change is gonna happen to you and me, yeah. Well, it hardly seems worth the time you spend complaining if you're pitching at a world full of people, explaining yourself how their life could be so much better if yours ain't so good. Oh, I could leave it all up to the presidents, relying on the people to believe the false evidence. You can fight your way into a permanent residence in the big house of free food but no trees. Well, it doesn't take a miracle or a natural disaster to live in the world that you're after. The change is gonna happen to you, yeah, yeah. But it doesn't take a miracle or a natural disaster to live in the world that you're after. The change is gonna happen to you. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Put my voice out across a great loudspeaker, attempt to give a strength to the folks feeling weaker. Yeah, you could call yourself a genuine truth seeker, but watch out, cause it might be found. It's kinda hard cause things ain't what they seem, but it sure feels good to roll gently down the stream. It all makes sense, life is but a dream, so go merrily, yeah. But it doesn't take a miracle or a natural disaster to live in the world that you're after. The change is gonna happen to you. Yeah, but it doesn't take a miracle or a natural disaster to live in the world that you're after. The change is gonna happen to you, oh yeah.